Good morning, this is Kimberly Jade with your WJLP News Break. Governor Murphy announced that motor vehicle commission sites will be reopening in phases beginning June 15th, and the backlog of road tests stands at nearly 60,000. One-third of New Jersey's small businesses have closed their doors since this time last year, but many New Jerseyans continue to fight to reopen completely. Get our economy booming, send our children back to school. But January's COVID-19 numbers have been some of the most deadly since the pandemic started. The Small Business Administration gave another glimpse into PPP activity, stating that over $175 billion was approved just 5 days into the program's second round of funding. It seems like the common sense approach to reopen by region.
The only thing we can do, in my opinion, black and white, reopen or not.
A winter storm watch is in effect for 13 counties in New Jersey, and 7 counties are under a winter storm warning. Unlike alcohol, where you would use a breathalyzer to determine whether or not somebody's under the influence, with marijuana, there is still no device that would be able to detect impairment other than a trained officer. Coronavirus deaths nearly tripled in New Jersey's nursing homes over this past month, and COVID-19 will continue to sweep through many long-term facilities, which already represent about 45% of coronavirus deaths in New Jersey. And we spoke with a New Jersey woman who lost both of her parents at this very nursing home.
At all costs, don't put people in a nursing home.
Madeline and Charles Constantino were both residents of the Menlo Park Memorial Nursing Home until their lives were claimed due to complications of COVID-19. They say the average time to read a text message is 5 seconds. Would you ever go on the highway with your eyes closed for 5 seconds? It's hard to believe that it was only 10 minutes before we found ourselves a distracted driver. Thanks for joining New Jersey News Network. I'm Kimberly Kravitz. There's been an ongoing battle between Pfizer and the government, and it's been reported that New Jersey may get tens of thousands fewer doses of the Pfizer vaccine next week. Now the question is, how can we best prepare ourselves from a coronavirus outbreak here in New Jersey? Heather Fordham is with us live in studio with the details. Heather.
There's still some real concern. Kimberly.
The rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine had sparked hope that New Jersey schools would return to a normal traditional schedule. And that raises the question, should teachers be forced to be vaccinated? I'll tell you, it's been election day like no other. I had the fortune of speaking with someone on the ticket here, Felicia Simmons, who's running for City Council of Asbury Park, and she tells me that change must happen from Main Street up. Do you expect Donald Trump to win the state of New Jersey?
Oh, listen, I think he can make New Jersey competitive, and it's going to be up to him as to how hard he works and how much time and effort they spend there.
What a memorable night in New Jersey. Musical artists from all across the world have traveled here for the MTV Video Music Awards. We are back at historic Convention Hall in Asbury Park. Oh, what a night it was in Asbury Park.
Kimberly, it's Jersey. We don't get impressed with nothing. Am I right or wrong?
You made such a great point. Bergen County, Essex County. What about the guys in Cape May County? What about Atlantic City?
How great is she?
I mean, what about the other half of the state?
I know.
It's
I
crazy.
agree.
Kimberly Kravitz here in the 7th Congressional District, where we are encountering one of the most contentious races in New Jersey. The daily routines that we are all used to are now becoming a thing of the past in this global pandemic. And that is especially challenging for those in recovery who depend on daily meetings. For them, they must stay sober in order to stay sober. I joined in on a virtual meeting. It was super simple and lightning quick. You've heard the headlines. Leaving your child or pet in a hot car could be deadly. Here at Fulfill, volunteers are lining the room, of course, adhering to social distancing. You can see the yellow lines here that are separating people. I was here in Ocean Grove when 17-year-old Sam Jarmer suffered a spinal injury while on the job as a lifeguard over the summer. But with many prayers and loving messages, a miracle happened.
When my accident initially happened, I couldn't move anything from my neck down, and now I can move my arms.
On July 24th, Sam the lifeguard dove over a wave and hit a sandbar, leaving him paralyzed in the water. He is fighting to get his swimming legs back with the support from his community. Welcome. This is a live special report. We are moments away from a daily briefing on the novel coronavirus. Authorities say the individual, who is not a New Jersey resident, flew into Newark Liberty International Airport yesterday from China. The individual was transported to a location in Essex County and will be monitored for any symptoms for the next 14 days. Millions of folks in the Garden State will relate to this next story, and it's something that most of us already know. Traffic stinks in New Jersey. According to a study by INRIX, a global traffic research company that measures how much time and money commuters spend getting to and from work, New York and North Jersey drivers spent 140 hours in traffic in 2019. Now that's equivalent to 17 and a half vacation days. Be sure to download our mobile app for instant weather and news if you haven't already. For additional content, visit our website at njnn.tv. Stay with New Jersey News Network for the latest developments of the coronavirus. I'm Kimberly Jade.